Welcome to Echo Trade. I'm Jeff Roth, and I am here with Thurman Kelley from Brookmont Capital Management. And we're here to talk about Brookmont and the background of the firm. So, Thurman, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeff. It's always fun to do another video with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. So, give me a little bit of background on the firm. You guys have won a bunch of awards. You've been around for I think a few decades at least now. So, give me the overarching background of the firm and how you guys started and what who your client base looks like now.
Yeah, so the firm started in 2007 with performance on our dividend growth strategy. Started on January 1st of 2008. Wonderful time to start a long-only equity portfolio, but it actually benefited us really well because we pride ourselves on kind of low downside capture and capital preservation while remaining fully invested. So when we started, so 2008 to 2013, we won a bunch of awards because we performed very well during that period. So we won #1 U.S. large cap manager and #1 dividend equity manager in the Morningstar SMA database. So we won those 2 awards, and then we did win a Bull Bear Master Award. I believe we won it, 11 times since the inception of our firm. And that's rewarded to managers who have very attractive upside and downside capture ratios as well. So those are, lovely awards that we like to win because it really is it's a testament to our investment philosophy and process. So the philosophy being that we want to manage an all equity portfolio with much less risk than the overall market, while still participating in the upswing. So we really harp that downside capture and upside capture ratios very well. We try to manage that risk and make sure that our clients, when there is a down period, they're not worried at all. When the market's going down, we don't stress at all. We own great companies that we know are going to be fine. So we try to bring peace of mind to our end investors, but to access us, it's usually through platforms like Echo Trade or through financial advisors. That network is what we do. We don't accept any private retail clients.
Got it. So outside of Echo Trade, you wouldn't. Your typical client base. Right now you're working with some banks, and you're working with other advisors where they're financial planners, so they can utilize your portfolios and lean on your expertise, even if they're a financial planner and they are an advisor, but they're still leaning on your investment management expertise to offer to their clients, and then also larger institutional clients you guys are working with, like banks, like you mentioned.
Yeah. So a lot of these banks have financial advisor networks and also institutions, but it's so hard to watch the stock market every day, all day, especially as a financial planner. Like you have to go through a client's entire risk profile and all the different, buckets of money that they have and where to place it. So they typically hire us to be the experts in dividend growth stocks. So that's what our team does all day, every day. So it's more beneficial for these institutions to hire us to manage that sleeve of the portfolio instead of them hiring a team to do it themselves. It's a lot more efficient to outsource it to experts. Just like kind of everything else in our economy, you hire the professionals to do the professional job. You're not going to hire a divorce attorney to go, litigated, $3 billion merger or acquisition. It's just we specialize in what we do, and that's dividend growth stocks.
Yep. Even though they're finance, they're in finance and they're wealth managers, they're not doing what you guys are doing. So perfect. So you mentioned the team. Let's talk about the founders, of Brookmont and the rest of the investment committee, which you're a part of. Give me a little background on the rest of the team.
Yeah, so our chief investment officer, his name is Ethan Powell. He's been in the industry since 1998, I believe. He went to Texas A&M, but he worked for Highland Capital Management, which is a large hedge fund in Dallas. He worked for them for many years and kind of headed up their retail fund side of their business. And he actually hired us to sub-advise their U.S. large cap mutual fund that they had. So he was very familiar with us. So when our original founder unfortunately passed away, Ethan stepped in as CIO, and it's been very good for the business having him around with adding a little bit more structure to the firm. And then our other founder, Neil Scott, helped found the firm. He's been running Brookmont since the very beginning. And they're both fairly young at around 52, 53-ish. So We still have a lot of legs to grow with them as the founders, and they both own 100%. They each own 50% of the company. So
Yeah.
we're not owned by any other asset manager. We're very much employee owned. So those are the two principals and portfolio managers. And then we have a director of research, Brian Gell, who's a very, very brilliant man, probably one of the smartest guys I've ever met, and really understands all the names very intimately in all the sectors and industries that we tend to invest in. And then he heads up a team of 2 analysts as well that all have CFAs as well. So a very well-credentialed bunch with a lot of industry experience. And then I head up kind of the marketing while sitting on the investment committee as well. And then we have our operations team as well under them. So in total, we're about 8 employees total under Brookmont, with about 850 million under management. And hopefully we're going to surpass that $1 billion mark here this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got 7 individuals right there that are trusted to manage close to $1 billion in assets. So you're definitely doing something right. I guess so to close it up, tell me a little bit about kind of what sets you guys apart. What is those that $850 million that you're managing? What are those people seeing in you guys that sets you apart from some of the other asset managers out there?
Yeah, so a lot of the traction we get, and all the referrals and all the business that comes our way, and all the assets are really based off of just the dividend growth strategy, the process. It's been around since. So the process was actually developed in 2000 at the Trust Department in Comerica Bank. That's where our original founder and CIO was working, and they took it private.
Yeah.
So this strategy has been tested for well over 2 decades now, and it's proven time and time again to work well. We've had 3 or 4 downturns during that time, and we continuously expand our upside downside capture ratio whenever there is a downturn. So our process is proven, and with the numbers that we produce that are all GIPS verified, are really a testament of that. So a lot of investors and financial advisors see these numbers, and they're just, they're blown away by the upside downside capture ratio. And then also you get a healthy dividend yield. So we're always yielding 50% greater than whatever the market average is. So it allows your end client or yourself to get a greater than average income from the entire stock market while staying fully invested with less risk than necessarily the entire market. So that's really the bread and butter, is our ability to manage risk while staying fully invested in the stock market. That's why all these people have entrusted us to manage their money for them.
Yeah, perfect. And GIPS verification is a third-party performance verification company so you can definitely trust what's coming out of Brookmont Capital. And then everything we're showing on the EchoTrade platform is directly from their account that they're trading on their own capital. So appreciate you guys for partnering with us and giving investors greater access to your portfolio. So thanks, Thurman.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Always happy to hop on these.
All right. Yeah. And investors can check out their portfolios available on EchoTrade.